Hey, how's it going? And welcome to the Skrillex bass sound reproduction part 4. In this tutorial I'm going to create this last end screamy lick section. It's like a little lead. So the way I'm going to start that is with an instance of massive. So I'll drop that in there, and while I'm at it I'll duplicate that channel because we're going to need to use that twice anyway. And then first I'm going to write the MIDI clip. So as far as I know, it's an F sharp 2 again. And I think it's an A. Probably a C sharp. And then possibly an A sharp or an A. And then possibly just another C sharp. And I'm going to lower all of this an octave. So we've got the sound we want. Now what I want to do is go and make a patch. So first we'll have 3 oscillators again. I'll have square saw 1 for the first oscillator, and I'll drop that by 24 semitones, and I'll change the WT position a little bit. That sounds good there. I'll open the envelope right up as well. Then with the second oscillator we'll have a sine square, and I'll have that negative 24 semitones as well. And I'll change that position and turn the amp up. That sounds pretty good. And then oscillator 3 will go negative 12 semitones. And I'll have the WT position almost halfway. Turn the amp right up again. And I'll set the oscillator to bender, and I'll set it to formant again. So we get that really screamy sound, which Skrillex seems to love so much. And then we'll LFO this as well. Again, I'll LFO the WT position, so I'll right click and go modulations, modulation 5, and I'll put that modulation intensity at almost full, and we're going to sync this to 1/8 again. And then I'm going to change the filter to scream. I'll have the cutoff at about 75%, and I'll turn the scream up to 75 as well, and the resonance up to about 80. And then I'm going to have sample and hold on insert 1, and I'll turn the dry wet to 100 and the pitch to 100. And then on insert 2 I'm going to have hard clipper, and I'm going to turn the dry wet to 100 and the drive to about 65. So I'll turn the dry wet down a bit, it's a bit too much. That sounds alright. We'll wait till we get the other sounds to mess with it more. Then after that I'm going to put a EQ, and I'll boost 150 Hz roughly by a couple of dB, maybe 7 dB. And I'll boost around 2K by maybe 5 dB. And I'm going to call this channel N Scream. And then I'm going to do the same thing on the next channel, except we're going to make a different patch. So I'll open this one up, and for this one I'm going to open the envelope up to start, And then the first oscillator will be made up of dirty throat or deep throat. I don't think that was the one that I used. I think I used, oh, maybe it was that one. No, it was dirty throat. That was -12 semitones. And then I'll put the wavetable position down a little bit. Then with oscillator 2, I'm going to use rough math 1 and have it at -12 semitones. Turn the amplitude up. And oscillator 3, I'll use bronze, if I can find it. I think is what I used. Where are you, bronze? There we go, bronze. That's what I used, I'm pretty sure. I'll turn the amplitude up, then I'll turn it down by 12 semitones. And I'll turn the wavetable position all the way up. So they're starting to sound dirty, and if we layer it with the other one, we get something like this. So it's starting to sound nice and dirty. And with this one, again, I'm going to put the scream filter on and turn the cutoff up to about 55%. And the scream, turn that right up. Turn the resonance right up as well. So I'm going to rename this channel, we'll just call it End Scream 2. And on this channel I'm going to have a chain, an effect rack, so I'm just going to click on Massive and press Command G, and that's going to put it into a rack for us, and then I'm going to duplicate this this chain. So this first one I'll just call this high, and the second one I'll just call it not so high. And I'll recreate, I'll try and recreate what I created before, which was a slightly lower sound. So it was a pretty similar setting, except it had higher cutoff and lower scream and lower resonance. And then after the entire rack, I put a Redux. And I just had a little bit of downsampling, not very much. And then EQ'd after the Redux. So I'll boost around 100 Hertz by about 8 decibels to give it a lot of bass. Again, this goes against my usual rules, but anything goes when making Skrillex stuff. And then 1.61, roughly 1.5 kilohertz or 1500 hertz, and I'll boost just a couple of dB. And then to finish it off, I only need one more sound, and I'm going to recreate the last sound with Zebra. And we'll just paste this clip here again. So I have a really low notes, and I'll call this low pitch crumble. And pretty much that's all I'm going to do is just leave it like that, except I'm going to EQ it. So I'll boost around 150 Hertz. I'll boost that by about 8 dB, so we get that really dirty crunching sound, and open the Q right up. So I think this first sound's sounding a little bit weird. Or this one maybe. I'm just going to mess with this a little bit. I might try hard clipping this sound. Try sample and hold. Nope, that didn't work. Anyway, that's the idea of it. It obviously needs a little bit of editing to get it to sound exactly right. So in the next tutorial, I'll just create 2 more sounds. So the only things that need to be created is this little pitch bend thing and these little 2 groans. Those ah things. So that's all that needs to be done now. I'll create those 2 and then mix it. So yeah, hopefully you're enjoying the tutorials, and hopefully you can create some awesome music from the stuff you're learning. And yeah, cheers. Go check out mrbillstunes.com where you'll be able to get this project file once all is said and done. So yeah, cheers. mrbillstunes.com.